force her to allow my mother, who is her sister, to purchase a plot of land in some random place in Bangladesh. So just to step aside from what's happening and just to look at the allegation itself for a minute, which is that I exerted influence over the Prime Minister of Bangladesh as an opposition MP here in Britain to gain some benefit for my aunt, for my mother, who is her sister. Now, my aunt is twice as old as me. She is 10 times more powerful than me, and she has been in politics longer than I've been alive. I want to see the evidence of how I influenced the Prime Minister in order to get this verdict. It just feels like a complete kangaroo court. It just feels like it's shambolic, a complete farce. And you would have seen that leading experts in our country in law, so the likes of Dominic Grieve, Robert Buckland, David Gauke, have all come out and said this is a contrived trial. It's completely unfair. It's a flawed process. And just to remind you, the likes of Dominic Grieve, David Gauke, and also Robert Buckland are not of my political persuasion, but they've stuck their neck out and said this is unfair because the whole thing has been flawed from the beginning. So my message to the Bangladeshi authorities and to Professor Muhammad Yunus is that he should be ashamed of himself. He is presiding over this miscarriage of justice. What he's doing is relentlessly pursuing a personal vendetta, trying to smear my reputation and trying to drag a democratically elected Member of Parliament in Britain into the dirty politics of Bangladesh.
So what of your position as an MP? Should you be considering your position over this?
Well, you would have seen what the Labour Party has said. They have said categorically that they do not recognise the verdict because it's been a flawed process and because this whole thing has been so unfair. And they've seen leading legal experts point out the flaws in this process. So I certainly will not be considering my position. All the Bangladeshi authorities had to do is contact me in Parliament and tell me exactly what I'm guilty of, because I would have shown them that I have nothing to hide and I haven't done anything wrong.
We've seen wider members of your family involved in these legal proceedings as well. Your aunt was sentenced to death in recent weeks. Have you spoken to her at all? Do you consider those court proceedings legitimate, or do you think this is part of, I guess, the same action that you believe is attempting to smear you?
From what I can see, the judicial system in Bangladesh seems to have completely collapsed, because I don't know the legislation very well, but from anyone looking in from the outside, the basic rule should be you should contact the person. And like I said, they've described me as a fugitive. I'm certainly not a fugitive. I'm going into Parliament every day. If you really want to contact me and get to the bottom of these allegations, all you had to do is send me a letter to the House of Commons, and they didn't do that, despite me repeatedly trying to be responsible, trying to get hold of them and trying to say, look, let's sit down and talk, because I don't know what you think I've done. I haven't done anything. They also spread various allegations before they settled on this one. And this one is, I think, deliberately vague about me exerting political influence. And I really want to see the evidence. I want to see, how do you exert influence and political influence over a prime minister of a country?
Get everything you need to succeed online with Hostinger's biggest Black Friday sale yet.